Hey guys, Triple here. Finally doing my full Ranger guide slash item build slash pet reasoning discussion, whatever you want to call it. Gonna go into full details about why I'm running the build I'm running, why I think it's so strong, and I'm gonna put up videos for all the builds I'm creating this weekend. So look back for, I know I already have at least a Necro build set up that I'm liking, possibly Engineer, possibly Necro, or I said that, possibly Elementalist. But I'm gonna try and put out videos for as many classes as I can fit into this beta weekend. But I'm starting here with the Ranger. I've made some changes, so there are changes. If you saw the last build, you're wondering, how do I go from here? What do I do? And yeah, let's just get into it. The pets, there's a big change to the pets. You can no longer run two of the same pet. So I have the Lynx selected here. I cannot pick a second Lynx. So that's a big change, because before it was optimal to run two of the same pets depending on what you wanted to do. I ran double wolf for the increased CC. As you can see, the wolf runs a fear, a cripple, and a knockdown, which is my favorite CC. I know you get some stun slash immobilize slash mortal strike effect on like the spider and such, but really I think the wolf offers the best CC for what I need for my ranger. But you can't run double wolf anymore, and likewise the lynx offers the best damage. I've tested all the pets on the dummy. Nothing comes close to the lynx for a couple of reasons. Its power's pretty equal to every other pet. A couple have like 1600s, but it's close enough. But the precision is huge. The pets with 1600 power don't have this high precision. Only the cat pets and the bird pets, I believe, get up to 2100 precision. And crit's very important for your pet. You get a lot of benefits from your traits. Just having your pet crit is huge. The reason why the lynx, as opposed to the other pets, the other felines, is the best form of damage is because, quite simply, it has 4 damaging abilities. It has a pounce, which does huge damage, a slash, damage, bite, damage, maul, damage. It's just big damage all around. I'll show you guys on a dummy just how sort of ridiculous the damage can get. But so I would be running double lynx if I could, but I can't. So I want another feline, because the main weakness I see with birds is you can get a bird that does free damaging abilities. You can get a bleed, a slash, a swoop. But no matter what bird you pick, out of these birds, I'm not talking Moa birds, you'll get swiftness. So no matter what, you can only have free damaging abilities on every other pet in the game. The lynx is the only pet that gets 4 damaging abilities. But you've noticed the precision. The precision is the same. It has the same stats as the lynx. It might have, yeah, the toughness is a little better, but really, it's irrelevant. Toughness doesn't matter. Toughness and Vital doesn't matter for PvP pets, because every time they die, you resummon them. So no reason to worry about it. And by resummon, I mean switch. Don't res your pet. That's stupid. But yeah, quickening, screech, swiftness. I get swiftness from a lot of other places, which I'll go into. So I really don't want swiftness. So what I've chosen as my off pet is the snow leopard. And the reason why is because it has a slow, and then it just has the exact same skills as the pet. Slash, bite, maul. So it's missing that first damaging ability, bending pounce. Instead it gets icy pounce, which it's not as good. The lynx is just a better pet overall. The 2-second slow is not worth the damage change. I mean, I'll give you just a quick look at the training dummy. It's gonna buff up with swiftness, send the pet in, and look how quickly this dies. This is kind of scary. This is just pet damage. I don't even think it's used one of its abilities yet. I'm not even sure if it's used maul yet. Actually, it looks like it has. But yeah, that's pet damage. That was 3,700, 3,800 damage right there. I didn't even do anything. If you add my damage into that, it gets completely disgusting. And the Snow Leopard just doesn't deal as much damage. It doesn't. It's still good. It gives you control. I think it's the second best pet. But if I could run double links, I absolutely would. Other pets options, there's a ton. There's, depending on what you want to do. There's defensive pets. There's like Moa with protection. There's even pets that use heals. I don't think those are worth it personally. Strength is his. You got Wolf. I've talked about its great CC before. You got the birds. If you want to run more swiftness, you have the bird options. But the other cats are really just not good. You got the Jungle Stalker, which it gives a small might buff, really insignificant. You got the Jaguar. It's stealths. That's not helpful at all. Also, look at how bad the Jaguar model looks. Like, let me buff up. Look how stupid this. Let me look at its face. Look how stupid this thing looks. Like, most of the pets look amazing. The Jaguar is just, somebody took a club to this thing's face. I hope that gets changed, because look at how fearsome the portrait looks, and then it looks like it looks completely ridiculous. Other feline pets. Actually, I don't even think you count the hyena, but even if you did, it's got some weird howl that summons another pet, which if the AI wasn't so completely awful, it might be good, but the pet will just go off and do other stuff, so that's not really that useful. So yeah, I'm running Snow Leopard Lynx is the long and short of it. Abilities, or I guess I'll start with weapon skills. Weapon skills, running axe. Actually, screw this. That's a bad way to look at it. I'm running axe, horn. So I'm running the 5% crit chance axe, and the 30% more damage after you swap to this weapon while in combat horn. And that does matter, the order. The reason I put the 30% damage on the horn is because it will buff up your Hunter's Call, which when you're switching in combat, like, first you'll normally start out in axe, and I'll have videos of 5v5 arena, just all kinds of clips up. Don't worry about that if you want some in-depth like strategies. But you'll start out in axe, you'll use your abilities, and then you'll swap to Greatsword when you want to pump out the damage. But if you ever need to swap back, which you will in combat, you're going to be swapping back and forth. I like being able to swap back, popping out a Call of the Wild, which obviously that won't affect the superior Sigil of Doom, but the Hunter Call will get buffed up significantly. And this thing hits pretty hard. This thing hits, I think I can get it up to like 4k on a training dummy with the Sigil of Doom. So it's just a nice dot you just put out on the target. It's free damage. I think it's like just a solid thing to put on there. The reason why I'm running crit chance on the axe, I'll go into. That comes down to traits again. And then I'm trying out the Sigil of Superior Air, which causes a lightning strike on crit. There's a chance only every 5 seconds. It hits for around 1500. And it's pretty solid. I'm not sure if the effect can crit. I'm gonna guess no. I've never seen it crit, but I haven't used this too much. But it just helps out that damage, like that quickening Zephyr damage. The burst is just, you're gonna blow people up. There's a lot of options you can go with this. You can see how many different ones I've been trying. This is terrible. Don't run vulnerability. I tried that. That was a failed test. But I mean, might didn't seem that useful. Deal more damage on weapon swap. It's good, but not like great, because ranger damage isn't that one huge hit. It's more a lot of smaller hits very, very fast. And by small, I mean like in the 2k to 3k range. So not Guardian small, but not massive. This is what I was running before. Freeze on critical hit. It's still a solid rune. I'm not sure whether I like it as much anymore. So, but I'll definitely be playing around with it all this weekend. Bleed, I did not like this rune either. I can get rid of that one. I didn't think that was good either. I'm running... So they got rid of the rings and the trinkets, which if you're playing in the beta, I'm sure you noticed, because you probably tried to swag out your character and then all of a sudden you can't do it. So now there's just the amulet, and it's gotten... The amulets are already a huge, a huge source of all your stats, and now it's even more so. So I'm running the Berserker amulet, which is Berserker Jewel, and that's just because this is kind of a Berserker build. You just want to go hard, go fast. And you can look at the stats. Just on the amulet, 800 power, 570 precision, 280 vitality, 15% crit damage. You add in the jewel, you get another 125 power, 75 precision, 5% crit damage, and 45 more vitality. So that puts you up at a 49% crit chance, which is damn scary. Actually, if I switch weapons... Yeah, this does not update very frequently. Like, just... It does not update very well. Depending on if you switch weapons, if you switch traits, all that. This is not the best thing to go by. Because you can see I have a 5% crit chance on my axe, and then it just doesn't change. So that might just be because it's not my overall crit chance, it's only for that weapon, so it doesn't update here. But don't go by this completely. I'm running Rune of Rage for very obvious reasons. This is a very heavy Fury build. You're going to get Fury from a lot of places. So, crit damage, good. Crit chance while under the effects of Fury, good. That brings it up from what I believe is... Yeah, 20% crit chance up to 25% crit chance. That gives me a 75% crit chance, if this is accurate. That gives me a 75% crit chance whenever Call of the Wild is up, which is very often. I also get it from Rampages 1. Like, I have Fury just constantly. So I get... Where is it? I get 20% Fury duration as well, so it just lasts long. Everything is good. This is just... I've not found anything I like better than Rune of Rage on a Ranger. There's lots of great rune sets, but I think this might be the Ranger rune set for this build specifically. I'm still playing around with the heal. Troll Ungent. Heal is 1. Both solid, very different heals. I would not say don't do this, do this. You can really go whatever you want. Before I was using Troll Ungent, now I'm using Heal as 1. That's a personal decision. You need to play around with it, just get your hands on it, feel what feels better. Whether you want the bigger heal over time with a longer cooldown, or whether you want the smaller heal popping up more often. It's really up to you. Quickening Zephyr, still, just in my opinion, the strongest just buff ability, whatever, in the game for almost every class that has one. It's just incredibly powerful to make your abilities pop off twice as fast. So this build has a huge focus on just keeping it up as often as possible. Excuse me, which involves obviously using the skill whenever it's up for 4 seconds. Signet of Stone, improved toughness for you and your pet. You take no damage when you pop it. Signet of the Wild grants health regeneration to you and your pet, and your pet grows larger, dealing more damage and gaining stability. Rampage is 1. Stability, Fury, Swiftness, damage to your pet when you attack. Good. Everything's good. Just makes you a powerhouse. These are all powerhouse abilities right here. This is where your damage is going to come from. When you pop these cooldowns, you become disgusting. And you might think the cooldowns are long, but I'm running... You'll see with the traits, actually. I'll get into that now. 30-30-0-0-10. A lot of things changed with the smaller builds. So, like, if you were running, like, 10, 20, 10, 20, and then 10 or 20, whatever, how many points you have left, you can't no longer do that, because if you see here, you can only pick between these skills. You used to be able to pick all of them, even for the first rank. Now you can only pick between these. So those kind of builds did get a nerf. They just, it reduced the amount of stuff they could build. Like, straight up, it was just, those kind of builds lost some effectiveness. Not always. Some of those builds were left totally unfine, or totally fine, but some of them it did hurt. But as far as a 30-30-10 build goes, it's not that bad. So I guess I'll start from the bottom, just because the only abilities I can pick between are Pet gains stacks of might when they're activated. Not that good. Not bad, but I just don't think it's that good. Pets have 10% reduced recharge on their skills. Good. Your pet has a bond with you that increases its attributes each time you kill something with it active. No, that's completely a PvE build. Shout recharges are reduced by 20%. I'm not shouting. Pets heal for more. No, I don't need pet healing at all. Pet skills recharge faster. Good. Both Icy Pounce and oh, I'm not switching pets, I'm switching weapons. That was brilliant of me. Both Icy Pounce and Renning Pounce reduces the cooldown. I'm not sure if pet train or speed training or commanding voice is better, but I get to use it more. Like, I get to have more interaction with this one because I'll be popping that ability more. So I feel like it's better because I get to use it more. So stuff we're missing out on, not that important because we can't get it, so we don't have to look at what we're missing out on. What we do get, oh, as well, very important, Zephyr speed. You can't forget about this. You and your pet gain 2 seconds of quick-fitting Zephyr when you swap pets. This is huge. You can do extremely smart things with this. Pet switches into, like, if you kill someone and you're trying to down them, do the execute. You swap your pet right before you do it. You get 2 seconds of quickening Zephyr. You double this. You double the casting time of your execute. It can be very, very important. If you need to get a target down, if you're worried about them getting reses, if it's like a warrior who's going to throw a rock at you to interrupt it, if it's a thief who's going to teleport away, it makes it twice as fast. People don't expect it. People don't have time to react. It's very, very important. You can do very smart things. It helps you when rezzing allies. If you're trying to in-combat res, it just bursts your damage up considerably. It's just good in every way. So, very important. It makes your pet swaps very important. So you always got to think through, is this the best time to be pet swapping? Gain swiftness when swapping weapons in combat. Good. Gain fury when swapping weapons in combat. Good. More fury. There it is again. Deal 10% more damage while flanking. Good. Hit him from behind, you hit harder. Pet critical hit damage is increased by 30%. Very important. That's why I'm running pets with huge precision. The more they crit, the more damage it does. I've seen pet crits over 2.5k. It's rather ridiculous how high you can get your pets to crit. Similarly, axe critical damage is increased by 33%. That's why I'm running crit chance here. Crit chance is good. Crit chance, over 75% crit chance, good, good, good. Lot of critical damage from axes. Gain Quickening Zephyr at 25% health. What did I say before? I want Quickening Zephyr up as much as I can. Even when I'm about to die, it's good. When I swap pets, it's good. When I just use it, it's just good, good, good. Always. If I could have 100% uptime, I would do it, obviously. It's overpowered as hell if it could be. Cause vulnerability was your first strike when entering combat. That's opening strike buff. You can also, your pets will gain an opening strike, and your opening strike will always crit. So that first pet pounce will always crit, which is why I can get up to such ridiculous numbers. Damage increased by 10% when endurance is full. Don't get me wrong, dodging is important. You should dodge for sure, but when you aren't dodging and when you don't need to dodge, 10% more damage. Why wouldn't you? Nothing wrong with that. Signet recharges are reduced by 20%. Takes the cooldown from 120 seconds to 95 seconds. Easy. You just knock off some time. It's good. No reason not to. Nothing better you can get there. Signet of the Beastmaster, huge trait. Active effects of signets affect you as well as your pet. So, 6 seconds of invulnerability from incoming attacks. Dots will still hit you for full. So, if you have a full stack of dots and they're not about to hit you, don't pop Signet of Stone. Very easy. Signet of the Wild grants health regeneration to you and your pet. Your pet grows larger, dealing more damage and gaining stability. Guess what? You grow larger. You become a very, very big Norn. And you gain stability. And you deal more damage. So you're just this big, big, giant Norn guy. With a very fast pet. Look how fast this thing is. And that's without the pet ability to make it go faster. Because there is one of those. Pets move 30% faster. I used to run it, realize how quick pets are. You don't need it. Why would you need it when pets are already running at Mach 5 speed? Sure, that was with swiftness, but still, they're very, very fast. So you don't need it. Yeah, I think that's it. Went over armor, went over traits, went over weapons. Yeah. If you guys have questions, leave them in the comments. Tons more videos coming. For sure a Necro build. Almost certainly an Elementalist build. Probably Engineer. And that's just, this is the first day. I'm making this on, now it's technically Saturday because it's after midnight. But first day of the beta, this is what I've come up with. Spent most of it doing 5v5. I got some videos of that. Just gonna do probably another PvP video or two for different classes because they're fun to make. Even if I don't put too much effort into it, you can still get some fun things. Yeah, so stay tuned, and thanks for watching.